Universal Century 0092. Battles on the ground came to an end. However, mankind continued to repeat more foolish wars. Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for Chronicles in Collecting, where we're going to open the Robot Spirits Heavy Paint Specification MAN-010 G-3 G-Drei. And if various anime and video games that use German words have taught me anything, it's that Drei, which I'm sure I'm mispronouncing, means 3. This figure came out in January 2021 and retailed for 29,150 yen, or around 260 bucks. The G3 is from Mobile Suit Gundam: The Revival of Zeon, a 5-chapter manga from 1988. It also appeared in the manga version of Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, which ran for 12 chapters from 1985 to 1986, and finally it made an appearance in the game Mobile Suit Gundam Advanced Operation, which came out for the PC 98 in 1992. This thing is humongous, and it has lots of funnels, so let's get right to it. I don't really know all that much about this mobile suit. It's from like a manga or like a novel that I've never read. It's questionable if it's even come out in English, but I mean, it looks awesome. It's clearly somewhat related to the Kshatriya, at least in its design. I looked a little bit into the lineage of it before I started recording this video, and they're both the Kshatriya and, I don't know how you actually pronounce this, but we'll just call it the G3, kind of derived from the Elmith, which is Layla Soon's mobile suit in the original Mobile Suit Gundam. But I think at the end of the day, the only thing that's important is that this thing is really cool. So this is actually the second figure that we're looking at from the Robot Spirits Heavy Paint Specification subline. The first one that we looked at was the Nightingale, and as far as I could pretty much tell, there basically just seem to be suits from, I guess, like novels or manga that are humongous, and they're really cool. So let's see, you start to kind of take a look at this. Try and get this, try to get the paper off here. And then of course, as like the Nightingale, this one also comes with a custom stand. Obviously it's gonna take up quite a bit of space when it's all done. Not quite sure where I'm gonna put it. But yeah, I mean, this thing is awesome. It's as cool as the pictures look. It's got these like amazing wings. It's got the suit. It's got like a bazillion extra legs for some reason. It's got room here for all the funnels, just like a ton of cool detailing inside of here. You can kind of see, these like pipes and stuff. Just, nice detailing over here. You got the emblem. You got, just like some markings and stuff like that. So pretty much everything you would really expect from a, kind of premium figure at this price point. That on the side for a second there. And then as far as accessories, this is just stuff for the stand. You got these like boosters. We saw these on the Sinanju, and I think the Unicorn Perfectibility of Divine had those, so those are nice. And then the accessories, not actually a ton of accessories considering, sort of how expensive this figure is, but I think, most of the bulk of that is the figure itself and, just the wings and how big it is. So you got some beam sabers here. I don't know what these are. They're cool. I'm guessing this is some sort of like the holder for the beam saber. These funnels are really cool. I think these are the funnels at least. Take a look at one of those. And then it's also got these things. I'm not quite sure what they are. I will, I'll figure it out as I'm kind of posing this and putting it together. I don't know what this thing is, but this thing's also cool. It's like this kind of like support leg or something. I don't know. That came from over here. I don't know where that came from. And then finally, you've got the stand. This one's actually kind of ridiculous. So obviously, you get to see how big it is. You've got kind of the normal, just, I think this must be like the book or whatever that's from. You got the Xeon symbol. And then I love this on the top here where it's like some specifications and it's like, here's how much it weighs and how much it heights, and here's its thruster output in case like you need to know that. It's like you're cheating on the test or something. It's like, what's the thruster output of this? I don't know. You just like quickly look at the stand. I guess maybe you could impress your friends. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to try to pose this, figure out what the heck's going on with this thing, and I'll be back in a few minutes. And we are back. And this figure was awesome. I'm going to throw it on the rotating stand here real quickly while I kind of maybe point out a few things. I left one of the wings off just to kind of see the inside there. We could zoom in a second as it comes back around. But yeah, so this figure is great. It's really big. It's kind of hard to maneuver. Kind of getting everything, like all the funnels and a bunch of other stuff, like underneath the tail is kind of hard. You have to like kind of hold the figure upside down. I typically like to put it on the stand and then, you know, kind of connect all the pieces. The stand is cool. You could kind of have it in this pose. There's these little kind of extra risers on the stand here, so you could actually have it a little bit lower if you kind of want it on the ground. It's kind of got these like triple legs here that open up that can kind of act as like tripods if you want to go lower. And then as you saw when I first opened it up, it sort of had the wings and it was almost like kind of like in a ship form. You know, its kind of body was I guess you could say like kind of horizontal. So the stand does have a few pieces, so you could put it that way as well. The joints are all really nice. There's definitely some metal in here, kind of just keeping the wings in place. The wings have a little piece in here, which you could see right here, that kind of lets you expand or contract, depending on how you want to do it. Since I posed my Kshatriya in sort of like an open wings funnel shooting out pose, I decided to do this one in more of like a just sort of like protective, almost like shell mode. You could also see here, you got these guns up here that you could kind of move around and aim as you want. And also the arm has like a little claw that comes out. I also wanted to zoom in here just so you can kind of see inside of the wing and just see like all the nice detailing here. That would probably be my only real complaint about the figure, is that it has all these awesome details and all these amazing things, but they're kind of hidden. There's like all this stuff under the tail and there's all these funnels. It's got these other little wings, it's got the boosters, it's kind of showing all these like pipes and all this cool interior detail, but you really just can't see any of it when it's posed because it has these super cool wings. I mean, that's just sort of the design of the suit. It's just sort of a little bit of a shame. If I had really one complaint about the figure, like I said, other than just it was a little unmaneuverable just because of how big it is, but again, I mean, that's cool because it's how big it is that I wish there were some funnel effects parts, something similar to maybe the Kshatriya or the Providence. If you've watched any of the other videos where I do funnels, you know that I love funnels, so it just seems like a shame that you have these cool funnels, but they're kind of stuck in this like huge tail, pretty much never to be seen unless someone, kind of like crawls underneath in prone or something like that. Thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, I really appreciate a like and a subscribe, and if you did enjoy it, tell me about it in the comments. I put new anime reviews up every Monday and figure reviews every Wednesday, and please join me next week for a special Christmas-themed episode where we are going to take a look at Turbo Man from the classic 90s movie Jingle All the Way. Thanks so much, and keep collecting. You could also do those things, but you could also complain about it in the comments. Definitely check those out.